of nakedness. Right? I'm being literal and I'm being metaphorical. Right? We love it because when you can enter the realm of nakedness, now you're in a place where there is no one to fear. When you get to the place there's no one to fear, now you can tell the story. Because you won't alter it depending on your pre-perception of what someone else is going to think about it. Or you won't alter pieces of it to try to keep somebody else safe, right? And what I realized a few years ago is I feared some humans far more than I feared God. I said, something's wrong with this. Something's wrong with this. You know, the one who could literally give me breath and life. Oh, I was like, me and God are fine. It was this one I'm scared of, you know. Right? And what I realized is that I had made someone else more divine than the very God above. And so I said, I got to take that power back, because if not, I've given away some of my authority, right? I've given away some of my creativity. I've absolutely compromised, right? Some of what would be my originality if I weren't constantly looking over my shoulder. Or as I'm writing, thinking, oh my God, how's this person going to react? Oh my God, will this person agree or not? It's totally irrelevant. It's completely and absolutely irrelevant. It doesn't matter whatsoever. And that's how I became free as a writer. When I got to the place where I said, you know, I can't think of a human who can gather breath from my mouth. I just can't think of the human who has that power. I said, then damn, baby, this is good. Now, oh my God, I'm good now. Right, you know, but especially Black people, we are reared in America with so much fear of America's tyranny and America's power over us and our lives. And what we're taught from kids, what you can do and what you cannot do, right? What you cannot say, even how you cannot dress. I remember this so well as a kid. You know, I put on something and my folks said, you ain't leaving here in that. You know, but it wasn't that something was wrong with that. They'd say things like, what does so-and-so go think if you show up? And I was like, hold up, you know, I couldn't say that, right? But I realized that I was always contouring myself, right, to someone else's plausibility, right? I was always preparing myself for someone else's judgment, right? And once I got free of that, right, then I became a writer. Yeah, then I could say it the way I wanted to say it. I could say it the way it was supposed to be said. And I can include parts where people might say, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, I know you can't, but I did. And it's there now. Yeah, and God is marvelous. Right. I'll come back to you. Let me hear. Yes, ma'am.
I have more of a comment.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, my, oh, C-SPAN? Ah, okay. Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I was nervous.
Yes. Where'd you go? Howard. Okay, we'll take it. Yes. How will you make it better? It is good for the next year. I don't know if you thought of it, but I want to put that question. I feel like you're doing something right now. He paid her. He paid her. Wow. I just want to leave that question. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Her question was, if I were to leave an HBCU, how in the world would I be accessible? What in the world? She's really asking me, what the hell would you do with your life if you left an HBCU? Well, to be honest, what I really think, I'm in a quandary. And I'm in a quandary because really, if I retire from Clark, where I want to go is probably just home. I don't want to start another job. The problem though is I started so young that I don't have the years to retire. I mean, I don't have the age. I have the years in, but I don't have the age. And so the retirement office, they told me I would have to do 65 or something like that. I was like, what the what are y'all talking about? And I'm not quite near 65. I'm not even 60, right? And so I'm thinking maybe I could, stick this out. But the truth is, I don't want to start another career. I don't want to go somewhere and start another professorship and learn a whole new school and a whole new system. I definitely don't want to do that. I could write. I could write the rest of my life. And folks say, well, could you only write like that? Like, could you stop teaching? I love teaching. I do. I love teaching. And I have to tell you that my undergraduate classes, when registration begins, in about 5 minutes, my classes are packed, right? Sometimes kids are all on the floor, all around the wall. It's just, my previous dean at Clark Atlanta is actually sitting on, she thinks I don't know who she is. I know she is. She was the dean for years and years and years in my early years at CAU. But I'm not sure, I don't think I'd ever stop teaching, and I'm not tired yet. You know what I mean? I'm so excited, and I'm really mad at myself about it. Every year when school starts, I'm excited like it's the first day of school. It's the craziest thing because I'm just excited about the kids I'm going to meet, where they're from. I just sit up half the night saying, oh my God, what time is class going to begin, right? So I'm not quite sure what I do, but the life I have is so magnificent and so marvelous and so incredible and so influential. I don't know that I want to do anything else, but I love the idea of retirement. I don't know what I do in it though. So, yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Hey.
I love Don't Cry for Me, and you were talking about books that change your soul, and I feel like, as white people, we try to get a perspective of what it's like, and this book did it. Like, this book not only did it for me, understanding the generation that's here now, but the previous generation and the one before that.
Yes.
Like, I get it back further than I have before.
Wow.
Like, I'll never get it, but at least I'm trying.
Yes, absolutely.
And but what I really loved was the transformation of the father,
God.
Jacob,
Yes.
through reading.
Yes.
Like here we are. This is a literary, the reason we do this is because of the literary world. We're trying to promote reading and literature. And so I guess my question is, I love that he got it at a later year. And as a senior, this man started reading, and it changed his life.
It did. Oh, absolutely.
How can we, I see this new generation coming through, and they don't seem as engaged with reading.
That's right.
As an important way to understand the world as it is. How can we engage them? How
Absolutely.
can we engage not only the current young generation, but the seniors?
Absolutely.
Men, stand up, sir. You're the one. I know you're here with your wife. Okay. Do you read?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Come on, he's here. We don't get many men. So every man that walks in this room and listens to these authors, I feel like it's a win for us.
Yes.
That's
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a wonderful question. And I think the world shifted. Certainly America shifted. Because now I don't even find young people who even carry books, right? And I find so many, many, many students who have told me that they've never read a whole book. And high schools now don't even assign books. They assign excerpts of books. It's just horrendous. It's just positively horrendous. It really is. And I think that we're going to pay for that in ways we haven't seen yet. Because when you get a non-reading public, you also have a non-analytical public. When you have a non-analytical public, you have a public that is so infantile and so elementary in their thinking capacity, right? And we're looking at the beginnings of it right now, right? But the thing I would say, which I do, and I'm fighting students constantly. In my class, I'll say, okay, students, we're going to read such and such book, and all of it. Right, these are the questions that start, and I just stand there. I'll just stand and wait. Which chapters? By when? The next time I see you. It's really phenomenal. It's really, truly phenomenal. Where it shows up most is when they start to write. Right? Oh, dear God, from Zion. It's really something unbelievable and unspeakable. You know, because I grade like a writer, and students will come to me like, ooh! Did you mean to put this on my paper? Or, oh dear God, you know, psychologists have said you shouldn't grade in red. You know, and we just, it's really something that it's horrendous. I would tell teachers nowadays, a teacher nowadays has to almost be a warrior. I would tell teachers, assign books. I don't give a damn what other people say. Just assign it anyway. Just you have to do it, because if we don't start getting again a reading public, it's going to cost America absolutely everything. I absolutely positively. Yeah. Anyway, yes, brother. What's going on, dude? How you doing?
How do you make the decision between, there are some things that are very hard to write.
Yes.
That are very personal, that
Yes.
involve yourself being vulnerable to people that you don't know. How do you make that decision between the vulnerability that you want to share with the public and the vulnerability that you don't?
The point is going to come, brother, where those two are the same thing, right? Because the first thing you have to really ask yourself is, how much of your power have you given away being concerned with it? That's the question, right? Why am I so concerned with how much people are going to know about me? That's the question. So you got to keep yourself in the subject position, because if you do, then you can answer the question, right? See, it's like, why am I scared to run away from this plantation? Because I fear, right, that this owner is going to be chasing me. Not because I hate freedom. You see what I'm saying? Not because I'm afraid of the unknown. No, I'm not afraid of what's in front of me. I'm afraid of what's behind me. Right? And what I'm saying to you is, you have to erase the demons behind you, right, and get unafraid. Because your story is not going to be excellent until you can tell all of it. And until you can tell every single piece of it, which is why I use the metaphor of the nakedness, right? Because we fear our own nakedness. And the irony, brother, tell me your name. Samuel. The irony, Samuel, is we fear our own nakedness, and we all have the same bodies. Isn't it funny, man? You know what I mean? It's really funny how we fear. Like, one of the things that I've noticed, that most Black men don't even show our feet publicly, right? Just study that. It's true. Most Black men wear socks with sandals, right? But it's a sign, right, of a fear of vulnerability. But like, what's wrong with your feet? It's like, what's wrong with it? It's like, well, I don't want people to say, why? You have 7 toes? Right. You see what I'm saying? In other words, I'm saying you have to get past the notion that someone else is going to see something new. They're actually not. There will be no new discovery when you tell us your full nakedness. The discovery will be, right, that the rest of us get free because you told it. Maybe 2 more, maybe. Yes, ma'am. Hi.
And you want to encourage them, but you want to give them criticism without discouraging them.
Oh, ma'am, I have the answer for this. I got this.
Okay.
Oh, I have this. I've learned this one. The question was, what do you do when someone else asks you your opinion of their work? You want to be encouraging, of course, but you also want to be truthful in terms of your artful critique. Right? The worst thing in the world you can do is to be nice. But here's why. Because the critics are going to eat them alive. Don't send someone in the lion's den unprepared. Tell them the absolute truth of that manuscript. There are no kind critics. There are no kind critics. The critics have no hesitation whatsoever about telling you this is completely and absolutely worthless and you really should do something else. Critics will say that to you. So what I'm saying, the best thing you can do for a friend is to say, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's a great idea, but it doesn't fit together. It feels very disjointed to me. Right? It's the same truth you would tell a child who's trying to go to the Olympics. Right? If you're going to the Olympics, it must be excellent. You know what I mean? You don't get 1 point if the basketball hits the rim. 0. 0. You don't shoot well. See, an artist has got to be able to learn, right? What is the absolute truth of this thing? Because without that, an artist is deluding him or herself. And then we do this thing of, oh, they didn't publish me because I'm Black. That's really not it, ma'am. Sir, race is not your issue. I had to tell somebody this while I'm laughing. They were like, well, you know, I'm Black. No, no. No, because I'm Black too. And this junk don't make no sense. You know? And that's extremely important. It's extremely important. Be honest, please. Because the worst thing you can do is put it in print and give it to the world. And all of us in this room, we hate a book full of errors. Don't you hate it? Don't you get it? And we roll our eyes like, oh God. Those elitist readers like me, right? Which is most of us in this room. Because quite frankly, if you're going to borrow my time, and I've already given you the money to do so, give me excellence. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it easier in your Black community, the students that come, the paradoxes are not reading, but they don't want to take your class to write it. Is it easier for them to hear what you say in all of its honesty, with all of your unloading, than it is to hear it from a one person?
Probably.
With all of their background.
Probably. Because
that's
they make,
that's why you're so important.
yeah, because they make the assumption of adoration. Sure. Because see, if students can believe that you actually like them, right? The F can work. Most students interpret the F as the notion that you actually don't think, you don't like me and you don't think I'm smart, right? I have students who get Fs who are geniuses, absolute geniuses. But that comma splice is never going to work, sir. That's not gonna work. A semicolon and a colon are not interchangeable. Ever. But this story is magnificent. And they'll say, Dr. Black, you think so? I do. Now you learn this grammar, and we're gonna do it again. Yes, that's right. That's absolutely. That's right. And it's hard to get there, but it's absolutely, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely. Excellence will exceed every color. Will exceed absolutely every color. Yeah. So, so let me stop. Is there a hand? Oh, you're busy. Can I just take 30 seconds? And I want to give my dean. She's not my dean anymore, right? She she's on an island somewhere with her feet up, right? Right. I just want to give her a second to say a word, right? I haven't seen her in years and years and years and years and years and years. Right? Just stand up and say a word to us.
As always, this man, I honor. I drove snow and sleet to get here because I wanted to hear him. He is a jewel. Everyone knows Danny Black on campus. I am just so pleased and honored that I have known him, that he has been, now he's my mentor. And I'm getting ready to call him and ask for his consulting time because he is just everything that I wish I could be now. So I just want to thank him. Well, if I may say this.
Yes, ma'am.
Please put Harvard University on the map one more time. Wow, he's a history major. And he's good, very good. How many books? All 6 of them?
Oh, well, there are many more now, but still. Go give us our directions for it. Am I saying it? Oh,
I'm gonna say I can do it.
oh, thank you.
Well, then, first essay was long, and words, words,
Hang on 1 second, please.
Okay.
Hang on 1
Okay,
second.
hold on, she's gonna give you directions.
One minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. But that's, I think we already did it. I did that.
Thank you. Absolutely.
That's even better. Just real quickly, our next Atlanta Authors Program will be Saturday, April 22nd, 2 p.m. here. Lynn Cullen, her new book is called The Woman with the Cure. And then Roswell Reads, associated with, they have a virtual book club discussion of lessons in chemistry. And that's Tuesday, March 7th. You sign up online for either 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. book discussion. So, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone on Zoom. It was a wonderful program.
Oh, and then we make a circle there to buy, and I'll stay up here and then come down the middle. Oh, I'm gonna go back there? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I always wanted to know how to whistle the way you just did, and I never mastered it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. You too. Appreciate it.